back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Damn, Patricky Pitbull with the big first round knockout at Bellator 194 in the co-main event over Campos. Campos was looking to avenge one of his only Bellator losses and maybe move on to a title shot. This was a very important fight to the Bellator lightweight division. Definitely had title implications, as the winner of this fight is most likely next to fight for the Bellator lightweight title after Michael Chandler fights Brent Primus in the rematch. Now this is Patricky Pitbull's 5th win in his last 6 fights. He's got, most recently before this win, he had a split decision win over Benson Henderson. He beat Josh Thompson by KO. This is another knockout on top of that. His only loss in his last 6 fights was to the former lightweight champion Michael Chandler. Now Michael Chandler, a lot of people still look at as the Bellator lightweight champion because he lost to injury in the first round. We never really got to see him fight Brent Primus. But if Michael Chandler happen to lose to Brent Primus, then I do believe we'll see Brent Primus versus Patricky Pitbull. But if Michael Chandler happens to reclaim his title and become the Bellator lightweight champion once again, as a lot of people expect, then Patricky Pitbull, I don't know how it works in Bellator compared to the UFC, because in the UFC it will be really hard for Patricky Pitbull to get another title shot right now, because he's already fought Michael Chandler twice in the past and he lost both of those fights. So if Michael Chandler's the champion, then it's going to be Patricky Chandler 3, and Chandler's already won 2 of those fights, so Michael Chandler might not want that fight because he's already beat him twice. Now if Brent Primus remains the champion, then that's a fresh fight, and Patricky Pitbull, I feel like, has earned his title shot. Not only is he on a 3-fight winning streak, but it's over Josh Thompson, Beneil Dariush, and Campos. So a very impressive win by Patricky Pitbull. First round knockout. Really, Patricky Pitbull won every striking exchange that I can recall, maybe except for one in the first round. Campos was the aggressor for the most part, but Patricky Pitbull was landing, and then he ended up landing a string of shots, maybe 3, 4, 5. The ref had to stop the fight. Patricky Pitbull with the big first round knockout at Bellator 194 in the co-main event. Now it's time for Matt Mitrione versus Roy Nelson in the heavyweight Grand Prix. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.